you went all over the place, man. You went all different parts of Brooklyn. You went all over the place. And then here in Baltimore, especially with the children I've been working with, a lot of times you'll talk to children that never come to East Baltimore. And they tell you, I'm from West. I'm from over West, Sharon. I'm like, you from over West? And that means they just stay over West, or they stay in their little pocket. And I found that to be really interesting here in Baltimore.
So you see a separation, between East and West Baltimore.
Major separation, and it's just a given here. And like I said, being from New York, it's strange for me because even though you acclaim like wherever you're from, you never just stayed in that area. You want it to be known all over. But I having worked throughout the city, I see people that just I'm from West, they just stay over West. They never come over East. They from over East, they just stay over East. They never come from over East. And even when you talk to the young people, they'll say, oh yeah, you could tell he or she's from West Baltimore, or she's from East. Or it's incredible.
What's the difference in culture between East and West? Is there a difference in culture, or is it just a psychological thing?
For me, Sharp, honestly, it's hard for me to see it because I'm not from here. They say West Baltimore is a little tougher just because of the conditions. But it's really hard for me to tell a cultural difference because I didn't grow up, up here. And a lot of things here are just kind of set in stone from a cultural standpoint. So it's hard for me to really answer that question. I see all of the children as the same. They're Baltimore children. And, they all say Doug, like for dog, or they say Baltimore. So I just see them the same. Like I can't really see that separation. I can't tell an East or West Baltimorean from one from the other. I can't.
Now, was West Baltimore where the arrest took place?
Yes, it is. This is where we're headed right now. We're gonna go right past where everything took place, and the majority of the rioting and stuff took place in this area. As you've seen, Sharp, where I live, right there on the border of the city and the county, we didn't see anything. We didn't see any of this action. So that for me was strange because you're at home and it's peaceful and it's quiet, and then you're looking at television, you're like, they're burning the city down. And young people are expressing their anger and their frustration with a system that is in a lot of ways have failed them. Not that they don't have opportunities, but the system failed them because of inadequate education. And you see, as we're gonna drive, Sharp, you'll see what these neighborhoods turn to. But part of that, and like I always tell you, part of it is the responsibility of the people.
Yeah, taking ownership of their own community.
That's right. That's right. That's what it comes down to. So right here, we're going to be rolling up in a few minutes. This is the Pennsylvania. So you remember here, right here, Sharp, the cop car was burning. Right here. This is where the cop car was burning. Right, exactly right there. See all that burnt mark there? All that scuff and burning? That's exactly where the cop car was burning. Right there. Oh, man. Leaders in the community talk about we're making a change in our community. If you're making a change in your community, it's not just for show. When you pan around and you look around here, nothing has changed. And when everybody leaves Baltimore, it's going to go back to the same thing that it was. With the exception of probably hundreds of millions of dollars that's going to come into the hands of wrong people, And the children are still going to be in the same situation. It just puts attention on it for a short minute. But when you say you clean up a community, it shouldn't look like this. I would be out here every single day out here with a group of people saying, we're really gonna change this. But it's a show, it's a front, it's a facade. And that's what my experience has been here. So actually coming down here tells the real truth.
Do you think it becomes like a generational dysfunction? Like if the generation before you allowed the dysfunction to take place, or they allowed the neglect, the poverty, you know, it becomes a culture of poverty passed down from one generation to the next.
Of course. Right, Sharp. And I tell young people this all the time. If you walk outside your apartment, your house, whatever the case may be, and you see trash or McDonald's bag on the floor, you have a choice to make. Do I pick it up, or do I leave it there and step over it? And eventually what happens, if enough people continue to step over it, then you have a neighborhood or a community that is dirty, that is, you know.
It becomes the culture.
So, you know, that's a perception. And we know perception is the hardest thing to change. You know, changing someone's perception. And only one of the true ways you gotta be able to, you know, you can do that is being able to see the world through their eyes.
And